stuck my head up from fish filleting. A lovely surprise. As if we could find an island cooler than the last one.
Hello.
What's your name?
Georgia.
And don't change your mind, honey, I'm on it.
Welcome back to Avalon, kind sir.
Thank you for having me.
And you walk and let the thoughts subside. And in my arms, honey, I got you. So don't worry about a thing and lay your head by mine tonight. And don't change your mind, honey, I'm on it.
Welcome to Finding Avalon, a story of a guy and a girl sailing the long way home to Australia. And here's a rundown on what we were up to last week.
So we've got bang on 1,000 miles rum line to Avalon.
Kind of in the spot at the end of the Caribbean Sea where the energy from the Atlantic Ocean kind of reaches its crescendo. Rock patch, this place. 7 days straight of rather large seas on our journey from the BVIs to Panama.
We also need to do some much needed jobs over here. First one, get the engine ignition working again. And hopefully find some new batteries for Avalon as well. So we just left Shelter Bay Marina and now we're making a 20-mile passage back up to Port Lindo. We're currently bashing into 20 knots of breeze, but luckily it's at a favourable angle of about 40 degrees. Given that we got our new batteries yesterday, we want to give them a really good charge today, so we're actually running the engine all the way up, which will A, charge the batteries, but B, also get us faster, get us up there faster. It just goes to show like the combination and the power of sails, because with our little engine we were doing 1.5, 2 knots into this swell and breeze, and we put the main up with 2 reefs in it and we're doing 5.5 knots now. We put the jib out for a bit and we were doing 6.5 knots, but we just couldn't hold the right angle with the jib. A little bit too high to the breeze. So we really learned this lesson when we were in Morocco, because we were bashing into a breeze that was fluctuating between 30 and 45 knots. And there was no way, like we were doing 0.4 of a knot with the engine, even going backwards at times. But we put the 3rd reef in the main and all of a sudden we were able to hold about 3 knots. The reason we didn't want to put any more sail up was because the boat would lean over too much and would just slide sideways and we weren't able to hold forward momentum. So it is a balance between how much sail area you put up and where you want to go. But yeah, just a tip, if you're trying to motor and not going anywhere fast, try and throw a bit of sail up.
So we checked out the extremely small list of things the town had to offer and picked up our new crew for the next couple of weeks. It is with great pleasure that I introduce you to our good friend
Mitch.
Welcome back to Avalon, kind sir.
Thank you for having me.
And you've been here before, haven't you?
This is round 2. Saw me before going through Greece. So me and Jackson went to primary school and high school together, and just unfortunately met you through him.
Oh, best day of your life, Mitch.
Yeah, I was down there the night that Jackson and Xanthe met in the Snowy Mountains. Sometime many years ago.
So would you say that potentially you are utilitarian in the actual orchestration of finding Avalon coming into being.
Yeah, possibly. If I didn't work down there, we might not have all been down there that weekend.
Yeah, so it's probably thanks to you, Mitchell, that Jackson and I met.
Yeah. Lucky.
Thanks, buddy.
No worries.
Sailing lessons for the new crew commenced immediately as we made tracks up to the Blas Islands. That's Jackson's sister Georgia. You'll get to meet her in a few minutes. Sit tight.
Do you want to pick your 90 degrees, which is pretty much just straight in between those two islands, I reckon? Mitch, you're pulling the jib on this time, and I'm letting it off. So when I say pull, you start pulling, and when I say George, ready to go, yeah, you're going to go back to that same number, which was like 70. Alright, ready to go, and go about George. Alright, Mitch, go now. So there's very limited electronic charts here. I know our Navionics charts are not that good around here, quite poor reviews. So the biggest recommendation is the Eric Bauhaus Panama Cruising Guide, and basically he's gone around here and charted it all himself and produced really detailed maps. It gives you GPS waypoints, which are safe passages through the reefs.
The Blas Islands, an exquisite archipelago of some 340 islands on the Caribbean coast of Panama. Not only are they unique in beauty, but also in culture. They're home to the Guna Indians, who are said to have by far the best preserved indigenous culture in all the Americas. First stop was Chichime Keys, and the first task, check the anchor so that we could get out and explore freely.
City boys dance so real. How the city boys dance. Lost their minds in the sun. Lost their minds in the sun.
As you may be able to tell by the disappearing palm trees, these tiny islands are getting tinier by the minute, and that's all due to climate change. It's even predicted that most of these islands will cease to exist as soon as the year 2050.
Lost their minds in the sun. Lost their minds in the sun.
Go, Mitchell!
You're going to go all the way to the end. We've got a coconut on the throat.
There's one down. That was lame. This is brilliant. Oh my god. So I think we got the shot, babe. What hashtag are you going to use?
Huh?
What hashtag are you going to use? Hashtag beachboard.
Dad board.
Dad bod. As juicy and tempting as the coconuts are that pepper the islands, you aren't allowed to help yourself. Coconuts are actually the mainstay of the Gooner's economy, and it was only up until a few years ago that the crop was the tribe's official means of exchange. And the Gooner skin divers didn't waste much time before paying us a visit to present their catch of the day. Ah, no problem.
Okay.
They don't have change, is that right?
How many change?
40.
Okay, thank you. Gracias.
Gracias. What have you got there, G?
Oh, he's got some spikes. Oh, spiky.
Oh,
Big brain.
My fresh catch.
Oh, Dina.
Don't drop him in the ocean.
Fuck, imagine that, eh?
Drop him over there.
He just scared me. He sprayed his guts on my face.
Well, I'll be in your belly later, so it's no different.
Be careful, he'll do his little dance move.
Hang on.
That's how they bite, I think.
One more. Pick it up.
Alright then, time to introduce you to this amazing human.
Georgia. About 26 years ago, I met this person called Jackson, who happens to be my brother. And he had a crazy idea to sail around the world with Xanthe, so it'd be rude if I didn't come. I live in the middle of Australia in the outback, in a place called Broken Hill in New South Wales.
What colour's the ground?
Same colour as my shirt, red. I'm a social worker and I work in violence, abuse and neglect. Yeah.
Big
That's
up
what
to
I do.
you, G.
Thank you. I love my job, so nice to have a holiday from it though.
You're a big girl.
I put a little prayer out to see a turtle and I've already seen that. And I wanted to see some beautiful islands, and we've already seen that. And I wanted to see the Xanthe, Jackson, and I've already seen them. So
Hello.
the next 10 days can't get much better if you ask me.
We're going to a sunken pole ship. It's apparently only 3 to 5 metres below the ocean bed, so pretty cool to check out.
What island's that on?
The Doggo Island.
Yeah. Snubber on. Well done, Mitch. What do you reckon of this place?
It's pretty cool, hey?
Yeah.
See the sunken shipwreck?
Oh, is that it? Over there? Oh,
You found it.
just stuck my head up from fish filleting. Like a lovely surprise. As if we could find an island cooler than the last one. Welcome to Dog Island, everyone. Think Jackson's frothing. Are you frothing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's frothing. This cargo ship was sunk here in the 1950s. It was taking on water whilst passing San Blas, so the captain made the decision to intentionally beach it with full power on Dog Island, so as to salvage the cargo, which was mostly rum.
Totally obvious. Save the memory that's worth keeping. Only for one of us. Wide awake and no one's streaming. Wide awake and no one's streaming. Wide awake and no one's streaming. So very treacherous,
Yeah, so there's like 8 of it.
We had a bit of Spanish mackerel left over from the sale that day, and the Aussies were naturally keen to chuck it on the barbie. So to Barbecue Island we trundled, an island that got its name from the self-service barbecues dotted around the island. Not too clean, sheltered or impressive actually, so we made a last-minute alteration to the plan.
We went to Barbecue Island to have a good old Aussie barbecue, but it wasn't right. So now we're at a different island which has nobody on it, all to ourselves for a bit of a fire and a barbecue.
Like question marks, glasses in the air, we're a toast to the stars. Now if it's true, if you just have better things to do, then you could let me know.
Wowee.
Cause there's radio silence where there should be noise. I'm flipping through the channels to find your voice. I call out your name, but it echoes down the hall, bounces off the window and sinks into the wall.
Little capsicums, some potatoes. I was just kind of workshopping it. And then we've got some Spanish mackerel. And we're testing out our new fire grill.
How much did we pick that one up for?
It's a $2 contraption. Oh, bargain.
From the Panamanian version of Walmart.
Danger and hide the doubt in an open container. But it's
Pretty incredible.
noise, flipping through the channels to find your voice. I call out your name to the ceiling and the floor, but it slips across the tile and out through the door.
We hope you loved this one, guys. If you did, please smash the thumbs up button. And join us next week for more San Blas shenanigans, but this time with a few engine hiccups for both Avalon and the locals.
Yeah, I think one of our engine mounts, the actual thread of it's broken.
It's always up to me.
And everyone air jump high five our patrons who are the driving force behind these videos. Thanks, guys.